Hey guys, it's Jeddick, and before we start jumping into some amplifiers, I really want to talk about the spreadsheet that Mike Warner made. So, this spreadsheet is absolutely crucial to me. It shows you whatever happens in a wave and what's possibility to happen. And there's a neat little picture to show you how it works. So before I show you how it works, I'm gonna show you guys how crucial it was to me. If I go to my commands, if I type in like Twine info, bam, I can open up the spreadsheet like that. I used it so much, and I made sure it had a home. Like oh my god, this spreadsheet is important. I recommend you guys take the time to at least use it. So now let's explain how the spreadsheet works. So first off, every amplifier has a name except for the southern eastern one. This one should be called important because it's the most important amplifier in the game. So where there's devil, bridge, hill, lava, valley, and home base east. So let's start looking at the spreadsheet. What happens on wave 1 for 2 minutes and 30 seconds? Home base east gets attacked, and I know we all know this. We all know home base east gets attacked for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and that also tells you what happens in it if there's a modifier, an element, or a mini boss. In wave 1, there's only smashers, and there's no different amplifier sides possible to happen into it. So let's move on to a wave of more things, like wave 4. Wave 4 has torn apart the modifier. Everyone knows that. The fire element, propane and smashers, and nothing else. Then there's waves like this one, the random waves. These waves you don't know what amplifiers that can be attacked, but people have been listing what kind of amplifiers have the possibility to attack, like D, hill, bridge, and valley. So just keep in mind that random can also attack devil, and random can also attack home base east. So just know it's kind of crazy. So yeah, I could talk more about it. You can see that there's mini bosses in these waves too. I could talk a little more about this thing, but I'd rather you check it out and learn it for yourselves because it's very self-explanatory. And yeah, I'm leaving it in the description below. So let's move on to some amplifier descriptions of what I've done. All right, to start off, we're going to be talking about my my second favorite amplifier in the game, but my most well-built amplifier when it comes to husk management. The Southern Eastern Amplifier, Amplifier E. So before we move on, I'm going to talk to you why this amplifier is so important. The first time it gets attacked, it gets hit by the tornado modifier with a propane and smash wave. The second time it gets attacked, there's a taker wave. The third time it gets attacked, there's 2 mini bosses, and then the fourth time it gets attacked by the UFO. So in my opinion, Amplifier D, or Amplifier E in my case, is the most important amplifier to defend. So to start off with, let's talk about the spawns and the density of the spawns that I feel like is true. So most of the spawns are going to be coming from on the left side, but there is not an occasional spawn. There is a guaranteed spawn right here on this right side. So to start off with, let's start with the left side. So since I know there's a lot of mobs that are going to be spawning here, what I did was I set up a gas trap spawn killing area. And then the path is they're trying to take the easiest path to get to the amplifier. So what I did was I set it up, and I used the natural terrain to my advantage, and I recommend you guys use the natural terrain to your advantage too. So when they walk up, they get hit with the gas traps and the broadside. That should take out a few husks, and then they walk over here. Now keep in mind that flingers and stuff will branch off, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's talk about the main tunnel. So any husk, any normal husk, they will take the trip through here. Smashers and all that, they'll go through here, and luckily they have the wall launchers because, you know, use your natural terrain to your advantage. You know, put all these husks down there so they have to walk back around, and that's what I've done on all 3 sides. If husk decides to go through this way, they'll end up flying off or you know, taking fall damage. Actually, I should destroy this. It's actually gonna go away. It's gonna be a waste. I'm gonna leave that out. Or they'll walk through this way because of the spawn there, and they'll just take damage. Occasionally, most of the time that they don't walk through here, what they do is they would just drop and go through here. Well, not all the time. Most of them go through that way, but I don't see why. I see most of the husks go through here, and they just drop and come through here, and I have something set up for that. But just in case if they do go through here, I have it set up so that they fall down, because you need them to fall down. In fact, I need a wall launcher here. So that's what I did for the basic amplifier. Next, let's talk. Oh wait. Let's talk about. We're talking about east only for this part. So when they come through here, when they fall down, what's important is that I actually try to kill them. See, this fall damage won't kill them, and I've seen a lot of players, you know, spam floor launchers here, but that's a big no-no because lobbers will throw at your amplifier, so do not set that up like that. And I'm sorry that I don't have a lot of footage of this and just like strolling around and showing you guys, but I feel like that's just good enough too. I'm sorry though. If you guys would like more footage of me just showing in action, that will be at the end of the video. So when they fall down, they're not always dead. Not all of the smashers are always dead. I don't want them to come back around and to kill me. So what I've done is I've spammed a bit of floor launchers through here. You don't need that. So they hit these floor launchers. It's guaranteed. It takes at least 3 triggers of a floor launcher to kill a smasher. And it takes at least 2, well, not 3 triggers, well, 3 times of the smasher flying into the sky and falling down to die. And it takes around, in the high end waves, at least 2 triggers of floor launchers to break the smasher's impact threshold. So what I did is I've set at least around 7 of them. So there's one here, they'll hit, and then the second one, he'll try to fly, he'll fall down, he'll get hit by this one, almost try to fly. And by the time they get all the way up to here, they're dead. They're gonna be dead without a doubt. We got the broadsides to whittle down the little ones so they don't destroy my floor launchers' durabilities. And I've never had to replace these traps, and I'm very happy about that. So when they fall down, they come here, they make sure they die. If they get up to here, wall launcher pushes them back. Freeze trap freezes any little things, kills them off, and then, you know, it just keeps on delaying them. Because what are they gonna do? Blow up my extra traps on the outside? Nah, there's no reason for that. And they haven't done it at all. So moving on to the, oh wait, no, we can't move on to the lava shield yet. The lava shield is very important, and I will tell you why I built it like this. Moving on to this side, right? I've covered that side. They'll walk into there, but by the time they get down there, they're just gonna die. I haven't had issues over there. The occasional mini boss, but that's about it. So a lot of people had trouble with this side, right? You know, people would just try to block this off so lobbers won't throw. And yeah, I had thousands of trouble with that. But my friend JDH1L, otherwise known as Josh, he was just like, why not just funnel them? And I was like, biggest facepalm ever. And I actually hit my head because, you know, I deserve that. 1 second. All right, so back to it. My brother had to ask me a question. So he said, why not build a funnel? And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do that. So what I did was, instead of just trying to block it off, I built a funnel, and it's made my clears so much easier. Like, I literally today, I AFK'd Endurance at my mom's store while I was working, and I made it to wave 17 without picking up the mouse. And it was wonderful. So what this does is it adds an extra funnel, so lobbers will choose to go through here, and well, they won't. They will if you don't add something here. What I've done is I've added 2 layers of defense, so they won't decide to break this. They're like, ah, damn, that's too much work. I'm just gonna go through the funnel. So they'll come through here. They'll get hit. You know, a little timeout chamber. They'll go through here. There's a lot of you know, pushing back, and then they'll come back, and then they'll come here. They'll fall down, and then they'll converge with the main tunnel, allowing them, and anything that gets through here will die. Either that, or they won't choose to go through that tunnel, and they'll go through here. And there you go. They just come through here. So the end of this tunnel kills all little things, but once smashers and Krampuses come, dude, you're screwed. you need Zenith or something, because I don't have any floor launchers. And I've had plenty of times where I've just used Zenith and I stood here and just bzz, bzz, all the way down there. And I've had like 4 people at once just stand there on a Twitch clip that I will try to find. If I don't, then please don't hate. Appreciate. Now let's talk about the lobber shield. Now I feel like this lobber shield is one of the most important things in about this amplifier. So instead of just rocking, you know, obviously ramps, what we did was what Tick did was he told me this. Just put this big old wall up here, and I was like, okay. I was so down. I was like, all right, because I needed help. I really need help. So what I did was I just put this big old wall up here and 2 tiles out from here, because flingers will throw from down there unless you have these 2 tiles. So make sure you have at least 2 tiles out. And for reference, okay, so look, for reference details, this is the corner piece, right, of both here and here. Go 1 tile out, right, and then just, there you go. That should be enough. Hopefully that helps, you know. Or you come to here, like you say you go up the hill, right? You walk 1 tile up and 1 tile there. It should be at least 2 tiles out from here, you know. So you walk up the hill, 2 tiles up, and then it should be 2 tiles out from there. That is what I recommend. And same for over there. Let me just show you for reference. Point in general, over here, just like where the meteor hits, honestly, just have it out. And if you want to go all the way from there, you can. For here, it was fine because lobbers would throw from here. Lobbers and flingers, they would throw from here. And once I did this, they stopped. They just stopped and they walked into the tunnel, and I'm very happy about that. So that's my amplifier east. Hopefully I covered everything. Also, you see that little wall piece there? Yeah, this is very important. Flingers will come up to here and throw from right there and destroy your game. Make sure that little lip is there. It's very important. And now let's move on to the the south side. Blah, blah. So for the south side, this is another thing Tech taught me, was this downwards pyramid. So what he said was lobbers will only throw once they stand on here, and then they'll throw out. So with that information, I was like, huh, I threw up in my mouth. Like literally, I was just like, wow, that's super easy. So what I did was I just took that, you know, I put this down, I put down the pyramid, and I put it all the way around because, you know, why not? It's better safe than sorry. All the way around up until here, yeah, where the wall stops. And I've not had flinger problems at all on this amplifier. For the one thing that I can tell you, flingers are not my problem on this amplifier. The only thing that's my problem on this amplifier is smashers and mini bosses, and that's about it. So before we continue, let's talk about the spawns and the pathing. So the spawns are from here. It's very dense over here, so we're gonna do the 4 thing again, and then it's very small over here. There's just a little bit of mobs will spawn down here. So the desired paths are over from here, they go up there, and occasionally some husks will go through here and in through there. For I don't know what reason, that's the easier path, but they decide, you know, that's how husks work. And husks will spawn down here, and they'll go through my little just random, you know, kill little babies and be happy. They'll go through here, not actual babies, okay? Kill little hustlings. Jesus Christ. And then they'll fly back out down there, and then like if anything gets through, they fly in through here. Broadside, 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 gas trap. And then I couldn't do anything here because of the meteor, and I was fine with that. But like for some reason, the husks decide not to go through here for me. But either way, I recommend just walling it off, you know? I'm gonna take out this wall launcher, and I now gotta put a broadside back. Then I gotta upgrade it. Another tip, if you're still here, make sure all your walls are tier 3. Just please for me, not even for you, just for me. It's not even an OCD thing. Husks target weaker walls. It's just how it works. Now let's talk about my tunnels. So before we move on, we were here for a while. So the husks will walk up here. This is what I did. Make sure you take notice on the lips of the floor. All right, I'm calling them lips. What they will walk up, what they can walk up. Oh, reconnect your history, your file drive. Yeah, so they will walk what they can walk up, and they will ignore what they can't walk up. See, husks can't walk up through here, so these are the tiles where the husks will come up from, right here and right here. However, they do not come up here for me a lot, and I've never had a complaint over there. Now I have the time to upgrade that. So most of the husks walk through here, and I'm okay with that. What I do is I have the gas trap and the broadsides to kill off the little babies. I have another broadside here to kill off the babies, and then a gas trap here, and then a wall launcher to push them back. Already, that's a bunch of stalling, and by the time you reach here, all the little babies should be dead. And I have a little wall piece here, and I've had no problems with it. Some people don't recommend it. I don't recommend spamming them, but I recommend every once in a while place one down. I have a timeout chamber here with a floor freeze trap. Smashers will not get frozen by this floor freeze trap. Only little husklings, huskies, and husks will get attacked by it. Same with blasters. Their impact thresholds are too dang high. And then, you know, broadsides and gas trap and floor freeze trap gives you extra damage, as you can see, makes them more vulnerable to damage. It's very nice. And by the time anything husk-wise gets through here, they'll die. Mist monsters will take a little more. And then another timeout chamber right there, just in tandem, which is really nice. And then a floor launcher as a last resort to kill anything large before they get into the tunnel of no return. Before we move on to the tunnel of no return, let's talk about the other side. So right here is the spawn, the huge spawn density. I think it's actually right there. Hold on, I might have been wrong. I'm pretty sure it's right there. Even though it's the same concept, they go through here and there. I'm sorry about that. Well, the highest amount of danger is there. The smallest amount of danger is there. So the husks come here, and you can't spawn kill them because of the meteor. Don't do ceiling drop traps. They're garbo, disgusting. So they walk up here, they take a slug ton of damage from these seed and gas traps, and then they walk up here. Now, before we move on with this trap tunnel, I need you guys to build this. So come up here, right? Come up to this area. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find this area, right? You're going to be leading them up here into this tunnel, right? But sometimes the Huss will try to destroy these walls. What you're gonna need to do here is add 2 layers of defense. In my case, 3 layers of defense, with the wooden stairs too, because this will stop anything from coming through. Smashers, lobbers, all that nonsense. Make sure you put this down or suffer the consequences, because the Huss will come through here and they will break through this side of the amplifier otherwise. I don't have this trapped and I never will. Now let's move. We're gonna cover that later. Let's move on to the actual tunnel. So what I've done is I've added broadsides here for damage, a wall launcher to push them back inside of the gas pit of broadsides and death, and then here, which is also something that you should keep in mind, whenever you have a wall launcher and a floor launcher fairly close, keep an eye out, because there's an opportunity for both of these to trigger right here, maybe here, or if you have like a wall launcher here. Do not combo wall launcher with floor launcher. That is a mistake. Unless you're pushing them into a pit like over there, do not combo them, because sometimes the wall launcher and the floor launcher can trigger at the same time and Huss will land up here. If they land up here, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm still alive. They're gonna walk all the way around and blow up your amplifier. Do not, for the life of me, for the life of you, combo floor launchers with wall launchers and try to use floor launchers for the kill. If you combo floor launchers and wall launchers, you will compromise your run most of the time. Now moving on to the rest of the tunnel, that's why I do broadsides. You know, extra damage might as well not ruin my run. So at here, I have a wall launcher to push them into another timeout chamber, and then floor launchers. I used to have a wall launcher here, but it would compromise my run because they would land up here and they would end up going into my tunnels. Not out of my tunnels, they would go through there. And then just 2 more wall launchers, 2 more floor launchers for that extra big old percentile damage. And there's a lava sheet up there, we'll cover that in a second. So for this one, there's nothing you can do besides freeze them for the life of you. You can't do big boy damage without floor launchers. So what I did was I started off with a slow field, not the slow field, the wooden floor spikes, and more damage. And then I did Tick's little tactic where you put a diamond floor piece and they walk through here, and if they get triggered by this wall launcher, they'll get splint back. I didn't combo them. I had them comboed before, but it just like it didn't work out well for me. And then I had a freeze trap as a last resort, seed and gas trap, and a wall launcher if anything gets through, so they can fly over there at least and just die, you know. I don't think I should combo these or break these. Yeah, that's about it actually for this one. Of course, I had a wall launcher here just in case, so they could push them back. It's a 106, which means it's a reload speed one, because I just don't have the materials. And then I just built up a little bit of the amplifier. There's nothing else you can really do. When the game continues, you'll have more structures because things will be broken. So just cover up your amplifiers. I really do recommend it, especially this amplifier, just in case anything gets through. And then last thing here, since I have holes open in my tunnels, I put a lobber shield up just here, because if that floor launcher goes away, there's a potential chance for lobbers to just throw at my amplifier. Hasn't happened to me yet, but better safe than sorry. And yeah, this is amplifier, what I'm gonna call pit, because I like it, you know, not sinkhole over there. And if you have any more questions, if I haven't covered it properly, I will delete the video and make another one, give it a second try. And yeah, that's about it for pit amplifier. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you later. Okay, so for this last part of the video, I've put the speed onto 4 times, and I just wanted to show you my amplifier in action. So as you can see, there's no spawn on the right side of the amplifier, but please build there because there is a spawn there. It didn't happen on this wave. And as you can see, it's already been 1 minute and I haven't moved an inch. So, and if you look, just caught them right there, you saw some smashers fly up. You know, I can't really Comcast this right now. I'm trying my hardest, but the amplifier, it's working really well. However, I missed one piece of wall that I really should have recommended, and as you can see right now, there's a flinger breaking the wall, and right now I'm about to jump into action and just go fix that. So just because of this little piece right here, a flinger could have ruined this AFK. But what I'm doing now is I'm gonna go back into the build and just add a ramp there and a wall piece, and there you go. That's about it for this thing. And yeah, that's it for this 20-minute video. If you guys enjoyed and you want other help on different amplifiers, please let me know which amplifiers you want to see. I don't recommend my D amplifier because it's not AFKable, because when you're not AFKing here, they'll blow up that whole chunk. I have very good H amplifiers. I have very good whatever this amplifier. I have very good hill amplifier. I have very good lava amplifier. I have a very good ridge amplifier. I have a good devil amplifier, except for north. No one can perfect north. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and for real this time. Catch you later. Bye bye.